Hi, my name's Maurie. I'm an architect and this project is called Materia. I've been in the industry for over 15 years and have worked across many sectors, including commercial, educational, residential and multi-residential projects. But I've been building, making and thinking about the built world my whole life. The philosophy behind Materia is to strip architecture back to its substance. Designing from first principles, we meticulously rethink the role of every detail. We focus on the interplay of essential elements, light, shadow, texture, and raw materials like concrete and wood, to construct a space defined by its physical reality. I'm an architect, but in the context of this house, I'm also the builder. I guess I would frame myself as a maker, because I've made many of the most complex elements of the house myself. I'm in love with the details. The level of detail isn't only in relation to the beauty, it's in relation to everything. The aim of the house was to create the best or most perfect thing I can. Details have to go all the way down. I'm exhausted by subpar building in Australia. I wanted to pursue excellence. There are under 100 certified passive houses in Australia. In Europe it's quite common. Here, people just aren't familiar with it yet. Australians assume our climate doesn't need it, but the reality is that our housing has not been designed to deal with temperatures. Every house I've ever lived in before this has needed heating and cooling for large chunks of the year in order to be livable and comfortable. For each room, my goal was to think, what is the best thing I can do in here? And once I had that idea, I couldn't let go of it. Philosophically for me, every aspect was a challenge. Knowing how rare this creative freedom is, I was determined to be rigorous in the execution. I like to push the boundary on the design as far as I can, but I'm also a realist and can compromise when it's necessary. Passivhaus is the barrier between inside and outside. Within those walls, you can do whatever you want. I realised as the project progressed that this was going to be more than just a passive house, that I had a chance to create a piece of art. I maximised the site as best as possible. I don't believe you could add more space or lay it out better. I try to avoid using hallways. I like to use spaces to divide spaces. I didn't want just one big, cavernous, open-plan space. Separation gives you openness, but also privacy. I've tried to make it a calming space. You step out of grungy St Kilda into a totally different world. I love to use curves where I can. It adds natural form, interacts with light, and creates some more human spaces. Passivhaus really boils down to one goal: engineering a house that performs well. The Passivhaus principles focus on airtightness, insulation, high-performance glazing, removing thermal bridges, and providing ventilation with heat recovery. Airtightness sounds intimidating, but it's the opposite of suffocation. It's controlled, with fresh air constantly brought in. The best thing for your sleep is well-oxygenated air. In this house, you get that all night. Without this level of detail, you get condensation, mold, hidden defects before you even move in. Passivhaus is relatively new to Australia and our market, but has existed for decades and has been tested and proved out in many climate zones around the world. This project was designed to prove that we can build for both beauty and efficiency. There are so many meticulously designed elements throughout, but for me, the standout items were the stair, the buttresses in the backyard, and the desk with the bookshelf arching up. The stair I avoided designing for a year because it was such a challenge. To have it work out was incredible. It's almost more satisfying that I didn't compromise. I designed everything. The stair is concrete turned into a flowing curtain, the juxtaposition of huge weight and lightness of form. This was built in situ, with only one shot to make it work. It required intense thought, not only to design it, but in figuring out the engineering, the construction methodology, how to form the mould, and thinking through points of failure. It was a big risk, so I'm proud that we pulled it off. Through a synthesis of integrated systems and Passivhaus standards, Materia decouples the interior from the outside world. This is more than just creating an efficient house. It's creating a house that contributes to your well-being. The tree in the entry wasn't planned. It came from a problem of light. I thought, let's put in a skylight and a tree. It was beautiful in the end, but the amount of work it took to realize it was immense. Most problems in construction are solved with money. Problems always do arise. It requires in-depth thinking and foresight to be able to mitigate this risk. I won't let builders just cover up issues. I stick with it until it's done properly. I'm not one to dwell or be nostalgic. I just like to find the next problem, the next challenge to solve. Generally, I'll have a lot of involvement during the construction process, spending time talking with the builder regularly to figure out solutions to get a good result for the client. I wouldn't want this project to typecast me. I love to explore lots of design ideas and am interested in bringing my clients' visions to life. With this project, early on, I developed a style and language that I carried through it across every aspect. But it's those founding ideas that drive a project, and the next one I would hope would look completely different. Architecture is painful, but anything ambitious is painful. I'm still willing to do the work. I'm always extremely dedicated to any project I work on and want to honour it as best as I can with attention to detail, a willingness to push and create, and a commitment to resolving the project to its absolute highest standard.